Just put her right down on that corpse.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm preparing myself. Hello everybody, I am Flameless Soul, and today I welcome you back to Bioshock 2. When we last left off, we literally just re-entered Rapture. That was all that happened. We found out about Eleanor and Lamb. Tenenbaum told us that we are an old Big Daddy. Not much happened, really. So, let's get into the game and see how things go. I don't know when it became standard for it, but most games nowadays use E, right? That's just how it is. Most games use E for search. I should have waited to see what that said. But I didn't. Oopsie. Eve's Garden. I know my first game that I played that... Oh! This is what it was probably talking about. Trap rivets. Okay, that's the console. How do you change which ammo you're using? I accidentally clicked out of the menu for it, so... Next ammo, middle mouse. Oh, that's gotta change. That has to change. Oh. Phew. That can't be the case. Oh, there's a zoom now. That'll maybe come in handy. I don't know. But it is interesting that probably early on with video games, there wasn't really a standardization for controls, was there? But as time went on, we got a hold of a very, very standardized set of controls. Intercom switch. Nice to see you.
You see? This is why I must fight Sophia Lamb. She is using the new little ones for something. And I have returned to rescue them.
Okay,
if I
cool.
do not, more children will die for my sins. And the Rapture nightmare, it will repeat forever. Now, we must talk.
Citizens of Rapture, this is Subject Delta. Behind that mask hides an enemy of the people, without soul or sympathy.
That is bullshit.
It is a beast apart, and as family, we must tear out its jaw and drive it back into the sea.
You are a horrible person.
Lamb will take this place apart to find you. Please hold back the splicers until we escape.
Will do. I don't like splicers.
Corporate politics in the crap. You think I'm that dumb? Where'd you go?
Okay, so things that we know so far. Lamb is definitely saying that we have no soul, that we are a beast to be murdered. And Tenenbaum has returned in a way that puts her in a position with the new little sisters. Oh, you did not just shoot me. Get your ass back here. Fuck cameras. Shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Now I must leave you, and I am sorry for this. But there are others I must help before the city drowns. This man Sinclair, he is an ally, and will guide you to Eleanor. Goodbye, Herr Delta. And good luck.
Well, look at you. A bona fide knight in armor, complete with iron horse. The name's Augustus Sinclair, Sport, Esquire. Old Tannenbaum and I share an interest in the old Fontaine building, the very same place you'll find Eleanor Lamb. I think you and I can do business. Take the train to Ryan Amusements. I'll see you shortly.
Okay. So this is probably the loading screen that I was waiting for last time, and I literally ended just before it, didn't I? Yeah. Oopsie. Alright, so I sometimes replay certain games after I finish them, because when I initially play a game for the channel, I can't really play the higher difficulties, because while I am capable of playing them, skill-wise...
Whoa there. Now better apply the brakes unless you're aiming to dash yourself against that glacier up ahead.
Do I have to do that myself? So we're going to need some sort of...
As you can see, Chief, the station here's iced over. To reach Eleanor Lamb at Fontaine headquarters, we'll have to clear the way. Now, in order to melt that ice, you'll need a plasmid, like a handful of hellfire. We used to sell a fine old product called Incinerate in the amusement park up yonder. Go on and find a way in. I've already been on all the rides.
Completely justified. So a little fun fact, I can't actually see how much health I have. And it's a color thing. I can't see the health bar properly. It just looks like a black bar to me. I've tried to cover so many things this time, and I'm covering all of them terribly. So the controls thing, anyone want to do that research for me? Find out at what point WASD became the common controls for games? Because I'd love to know
Eleanor
that.
is progressing brilliantly. My physical participation in her birth was minimized, of course. It is vital that I am unhindered by nature's crude bias. I will be, above all, her intellectual progenitor, loyal not to her, but to the people she will ultimately save. But I admit, it is with some measure of pride that I review her marks in standard intelligence tests. As an agent of our beliefs, she may surpass even me.
Wow, so she's not even actually Lamb's
You're a
daughter.
rare old model, son. Alpha series, I believe. Now, Rapture's full of scientific wonderments just like you. And if we can sell them to the world at my price, well, curing your condition ought to be a cakewalk. Once we find Eleanor, the sky's the limit.
So it's not Tannenbaum that we don't have to trust. It's this guy. Very much don't trust this guy, but not for the same reasons I didn't trust Atlas. Okay, Fuel efficiency seems like the best one. Not gonna lie. Oh, if it's telling me to go that way, we're not going that way. Not just yet. So yeah, if someone wants to check when did WASD become the standard for game controls, that'd be great. I'd love if someone did that. But other things that we should probably take note of. Lamb is not Eleanor's actual mother. Like, Lamb did not actually give birth to Eleanor. Probably similar sort of thing to how Jack was made. Jack being the main character of the first game, right? Where she was probably like a sort of test tube baby. At least that's my guess. Okay, and the thing that I was trying to say... Nope, never mind.
I was hired to engineer a park the likes of which no man has seen. Now all I do is watch over it like a grizzled sheepdog. My first line of mechanical puppets made the children here cool with wonder. But Ryan thought my vision was immature. Antiquated, he said. This place could have been something magical. But instead, he turned it into a school. No, a cathedral. Dedicated to himself.
What's the black? Result of... Okay, secure door unlocked. What's the black? So...
Angels remember, so we remember.
Ooh, little sister, that'll probably come in handy. Are we gonna harvest them?
Can I come to play?
Well, not harvest them. Are we going to... get a ticket?
Jam dandy. That'll get you in the park. But buying Incinerate's gonna cost Adam. It's a sort of genetic goo that lets you rewrite whatever God gave you. The little sisters carry the stuff, as you may recall, so you'll need to locate one. I heard whispering near the El Dorado Lounge. Have a look.
Ooh, we got big guns this time. Look at this. Woo! Pluses of being a big daddy right off the bat. We don't...
Daddy's home! Take it! Fire! Not worthy of a man! No! You are not fire!
Oh, I can barely make out the health. I can just barely make out the health. So, what I was trying to say, I've on several occasions replayed a couple of my preferred games.
Please enjoy the park.
Okay. You move slightly fast. Oh, yeah, that'll be helpful. We're pretty slow as a big daddy. Ooh. Not just slightly. That's a good bit increase. It's like you notice this. Ooh. Yeah, no, I don't like games that are like, oh yeah, you'll move faster with this, and then it's a barely noticeable increase. Definitely not as many medkits around, or as much money as when I first played this. Yeah, we're not gonna listen to the Orion Cathedral audio tour. If you want to experience that, you're gonna have to go play that yourself.
I love the kids in Miss Englert's third grade class, but boy, I had no idea what I was getting into. Volunteering to chaperone this New Year's sleepover party at Ryan Amusements. Donnie, get down off that exhibit, and I told you, spit out that gum! You'll choke! The kids' parents deserve a night off to enjoy New Year's, but I'm at my wit's end. Donnie, I told you!
So I've replayed a couple of the games I play on this channel on harder difficulties, because when I first play them for the channel, I lack the ability to focus on the game in the way that I need to in order to play them on higher difficulties.
Clumsy, fast hands.
Seems like everybody's on the go these days. Everybody but you. You still haven't experienced Ryan Industries' new spring line of flatbed. Isn't it about time?
That was my own fault, but I didn't have any medkits, so there was no solving that. Okay, killed me twice because I kept trying to spam F to hack it, and I switched it to E. I also need to check. Did I... Okay, so hacking turrets is now significantly more dangerous than the first game, because they're not just sitting still while you do it. You have to hack them while they can shoot you. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. Definitely.
We
lost another of the Alpha Series protectors today in testing. Somewhere outside the city limits, he simply vanished. For these men, Rapture has no walls. We must find a method of conditioning them against abandonment of the Little Sisters. Something physical, possibly even lethal. The lab aides are starting to call them Big Daddies. Perhaps there's some genius to that. Bonded pairs, connected by a love that kills.
Okay, that's a justifiable thought process. Because like I said, if the Big Daddies would have no bounds, they wouldn't have a reason to care about the walls and everything. So if things started to go to shit for them, they can just leave. Oh, God. So when it comes down to second playthrough and such... Yeah, I wasn't going to waste a medkit when I was that damaged. Definitely a lot harder to do like a melee build in this.
You simply can't know what I'm going through. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
One example of not having the ability to play it properly the first time is, I don't think the first time I played Bioshock, like that first playthrough, the one that was recorded like a week ago, I don't think I got any headshots. I think I was purely aiming for the body the entire time. And to play it on a higher difficulty, you need to go for headshots. You need those headshots in order to play the game. And while I'm recording, I can't get super up close against the screen like I'd need to aim for headshots, and I don't think there was a zoom feature, so this wasn't an option. By the way, why is this T? That's just the weirdest thing, that being T.
Used to be, there was no margin in running the gift shop. I couldn't hardly sell off this tourist crap for a penny more than the cost of manufacture. Then I met a straight shooter named Sinclair, and he laid a sweet deal on me. Says he's got some hard luck folks down at Popper's Drop can whip up this junk at half the cost I used to pay. Yeah, I had to pick a needle or two out of the shipments, but all in all, nobody's the wiser, and I'm all the richer.
Okay, so cola's now a thing. So carbonated beverages are now a thing. What? 25-cent bargain bin. So Sinclair has a reputation in the city. We know that. And it's the reputation of a businessman. He knew some people who could do stuff cheap, but not so safely. That was dumb. It's going to take some getting used to, not having to swap over for this stuff. Get the fuck out here. I know there's someone in there. There's gotta be someone in there.
I know the surface, Eleanor. I spent half a lifetime there, in service of the common good. But then, I heard my own words twisted by fat old men squatting over the embers of Hiroshima. Were the modern world a patient in my care, I would diagnose it suicidal. On perhaps that point alone, Andrew Ryan is correct. Rapture is deliverance.
Well, definitely not a fan of Lamb. Okay. Someone is definitely crying around here, but I don't know who. Hey. What? Damn it, did she just... No, I heard you. Shut the fuck up. God. I heard you. That's some complete horse shit. She'd have to have sprinted all the way over to here for me to have not seen her from right here where I fun to walk right here. Fuck you, lady. Fuck you. God, this map is huge.
Someone there? I got it this way. Go ahead, ruin it.
Definitely have a bit more range on my melee than I expect. One of the games that I've been replaying is Bioshock. Right? I've been replaying Bioshock on a harder difficulty and, well, the remastered version.
The number.
Along with that, right? Remastered version, higher difficulty, all the schniz.
This isn't so bad at all. You're not.
You do a lot of damage when you hit, so you're not getting close to me. Okay, I hate maps that do this. Don't overlay the maps like this. I hate this. This is disgusting. Okay, we're gonna follow the quest objective for a little bit. Because these maps are a lot bigger and I have a lot less
Until you arrive, Father,
understanding.
I'm trapped here. Smuggling these gifts out is the most I can do to help.
Interesting. What'd you give me? Oh, a drill power. Sweet. Does more damage when you spin or swing it. Cool.
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for...
Eleanor Lamb speaking. Mum says I'm not to play with the other children because they're being raised on a diet of dog-eat-dog. I wanted to see these dog-eaters, so I waited until Mum was gone and went out to find one. And guess what? The dog-eaters wear human skins. It makes them look just like us.
There's a little sister head. To get the item, you must deal with her big daddy first. Yep. Okay. Oh, that was simple. You're coming with me, big boy. Let's get that.
Now, that big daddy won't bite until you do. But to get to Lil Sis, you gotta put the old boy down for good.
I'm sorry. You have the same issue as I do, but... Let's go big guns. Big guns! Let's go.
Take a breath, son. You did it. Now, just let her ride on your shoulders and she'll trust you like her own daddy.
Wait, really?
He's nicer than other daddies.
Okay, that's weird. Also, I don't like their faces. It's definitely weird looking.
We're in business. Now, there are corpses all over Rapture, and little Dimples there can sniff out the atom on them. Find one.
You have adopted a new little sister. Press and hold R to ask her to lead you to an atom-filled corpse. That's definitely strange.
I found one of those children at last. Filthy dress, all alone. I approached her, praying that it was my little girl. But she was gorging herself on blood from a corpse. It wasn't her. I stared, just reeling. And then that skinny, armored freak that took Cindy jumped me, shrieking like an animal. I escaped, but could Cindy have become one of those things? I've got to find her, now more than ever.
This way.
Okay, this is interesting. So not every corpse counts. And obviously only certain corpses will be of any use.
She's got a juicy one, but when she starts draining out the atom, the splicers will come running. Be ready before you set her down on that body.
Oh, this is gonna be weird. Okay. Over there is questionable whether I'll need to, but definitely right here as well.
Just put her right down on that corpse.
Oh, shut the fuck up! I'm preparing myself!
Right here. See it glow?
Yep, go ahead. I don't see it glow, don't know what you see, but...
That is a child of the family, not a toy for you to exploit and discard. It is fitting that you expire here. One more forgotten curio in Ryan's shrine to the self.
Your little sister will gather
Keep the splicers off her now till she's finished, or they'll never give up the hunt.
Child, you monster!
Don't get in between us!
Daddy's mad and so sorry! Don't let him get you!
Oh, you run!
You ain't her real dad! Take...
No! Daddy's giving you stores and parties!
Go on!
Daddy, you always save me from the monsters.
Now you know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more atom yet. Keep it up.
Okay. That's definitely a bit more difficult than just harvesting or saving them. Alright. Systems are quite changed here.
Adam, Daddy, over there.
Okay. Definitely not a fan of this. Just because I'm not a fan of it because
Make him listen.
it doesn't remove them from this cycle. In fact, it reinforces the cycle of Adam. I'm not. So my first choice when I played the game was to help the little sisters, to save them, to, well, like I said, remove them from the cycle of harvesting Adam and expending it on plasmids.
I suppose that now I know who my true friends were.
And even on my second time through, I'm choosing to save the little sisters because I haven't done that in the remaster, right? I haven't gotten that ending, and the remaster has different achievements, right? And some people would be like, but you've already done that. Why not go for the bad ending? Well, it's actually a thing.
I think all of
explain
the
it.
children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet, I can't sleep myself. I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, in 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What? What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, not gonna be fine. The first attack by the splicers happened on New Year's. I cannot continue to use the rivet gun permanently. Okay, what's about to happen to her? Don't forget to pick up the little sister.
I'm always always safe with Daddy.
This is weird. I'm not a fan of this. Okay, so I put these trap things down, right? Because I thought, you know, game's gonna spawn my enemies up away from where I can see them. No, it didn't. It spawned them right there on the stairs.
Got a step.
When I replay games, I don't always, the second time through even, go for the quote-unquote bad ending. It's usually sometime around my third time that I go for the bad ending.
Sunshine fixes
Or the evil ending or whatever. So, I'm usually the second time through just playing for more difficulty, not a different ending.
How dare you?
Okay, definitely something to note here. They do more damage per hit than they did in the first game. System that was in the first game to make them miss their first shots, like they were guaranteed to miss the first shot, by the way, in the first game.
On the surface, the farmer tills the
That's
soil,
not
trading
here.
the
Okay, definitely need to, like, if I spot a leadhead splicer, I need to...
Come on, Daddy. It's close.
It's right over there. We're definitely not going straight over there. Not yet.
Drop that poor little girl. She's helpless. Rules here.
God, I am going to die a lot more in this, aren't I?
Daddy, are you taking me home too?
This feels horrendous, by the way. Actually, having to play the part of the Big Daddies in the most terrible of ways, even. Oh, there's a medkit right here that I kept missing. Medkits are less common. I didn't go on, like, hard or anything, did I? I don't know. I don't think I went, like, a hard difficulty or anything like that. Oh, there's something in there. Don't know how to get in there, though. Okay.
Lamb is becoming a problem.
I need to start
Damn
using more plasmids. They're more common.
Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite, whatever its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
So, Sinclair had a reputation even with Ryan.
What you want?
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusting in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
That's fair. So now, let's finally get to the point of what I've been trying to say. There was one thing in the first game that I didn't listen to.
Indeed,
That would have
I care
explained
for you
a lot
in equal
that I
measure
missed.
to any other sentient creature. But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
Ow! God, why is everything hitting so hard? Hate to say it, but
Are we gonna be together again, Daddy?
that's the truth. Everything hits like a fucking truck. Come on, harvest this. can only hold so many fucking
This is a revelation. Run from the Lord.
Won't hide you for long.
Okay.
Hey! Come on! Let's just get sucked into him now! You're no good at this!
I need to check that I'm in the right difficulty. Difficulty medium. Yep. I'm on the right difficulty and still
the other girls that I'm
dying
the
this
best
much.
Daddy.
Okay. Alright.
She's helpless.
Who is shooting me? Fucking assholes!
That's so much better! I can wait! I'll wait! I'm trying, my eyes! They pierce my soul! I need your
That child, you monster!
You do!
I'll not be toyed with.
Hey, we were just started! Come back! I didn't
Ridiculous!
All done, Daddy.
Come here.
Daddy, you always...
All right, Chief, we've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
So there was a single, very specific audio log that I picked up and didn't listen to. The one that was called Bathysphere Key. If I had listened to it, there's a part of the story that I could have actually talked about a lot sooner, because I knew that we were semi-related to Ryan, right? Well, the Bathysphere Key audio log mentions that only people in Ryan's inner circle are capable / allowed to use the bathyspheres. Like, I mean, even in this game, we're not using the bathyspheres to get around. We're using the trains. Okay. God. Fucking hell. As soon as I can... That was an animatronic. I didn't even know that. Okay. Oopsie. As soon as I can, I'm gonna look up some details about this game, figure out
On the surface,
why it's so much more difficult.
the power of his mind.
God, they make me seem like I'm some sort of creepy pervert.
Oh, great!
The way they
Yeah,
treat
fine
you
for
and
me
like
then,
the
sure.
things they're screaming at you, it's like you're trying to kidnap this child. When in fact, they're the ones who kidnapped her. Oh my god, this feels awkward. I hated the...
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
Yep, so there it is. There is the absolute definitive sign he is going to betray us. And Tannenbaum is, again, back on her thing about helping the little sisters. And that's what we're going to do, obviously. It's what I did in the first game. We always aim for the good ending. I always aim for the good ending my first time through any game. Oh, shit! Fuck! 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 Go the fuck away! Fuck! I forgot about that! I'm not dying. Okay, I'm gonna wait to hack that. God, I hate the new hacking system. I'm probably gonna complain about this game quite.
It was right here, fucking piece of shit. I hate you.
Okay, there. Definitely a different look to this place. I'm gonna be buying a lot of medkits, and they're not gonna be very helpful. Okay. Bring the little sister to event allows you to choose whether to rescue or harvest her. If you harvest her, yep. We are rescuing every little sister in the game again. Rescue. Yep. There we go.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
Very specifically, it's telling you have to buy Incinerate. And we're going to do that next time, because this game, the layout means that I actually have to split this up probably a lot more. Because, oh my god, I am at nearly an hour, and I barely got anything done. The mechanic changes. It'll take a while to get used to them, and I will probably end up having to stop my hard difficulty playthrough of the first game in order to more get used to this one. And I'll be honest, Bioshock being one of the games that I replay, it does mean something, because I don't replay every game. There are only a few games that I choose to replay after the recording, and not all of them I even bother finishing the replay of. Some of them I'm just replaying because there was a single section that I missed something, and I want to check it out and spend as much time as I can doing that. Other ones I replay because they were interesting enough to warrant it. Some of them I want to see what something I missed was. Like, with Bioshock, I missed the entirety of the fact that I wasn't playing the remaster until something like Episode 6. I didn't know that I wasn't until then. And at that point, you can't switch over your save from the normal game to the remaster. It'll crash every time, apparently. So I had to continue with the base game. And I wanted to see what it was like to play the remaster, so I did. It's actually... a lot of this game's improvement do come from model upgrades, and I can say that now. But also, this one already making me feel a lot scummier. Now, the act of killing the Big Daddy isn't the boss fight for the atom. The boss fight is having to take her around to harvest that atom. That feels really weird, I'll be honest. Having to actually play the part of the Big Daddy that we are feels weird. And I think that's the point, so it didn't feel like a copy-paste of the first game, and you still feel unsettled by this process. So, definitely props to them in that department. And whatever we have happen after this, maybe it'll strengthen my opinion on that. Maybe it'll weaken my opinion on that. I don't know. But I do hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. If you've already done both those things, please, comments. Timestamps are very helpful for letting me know what section of the video you're talking about, by the way. And share this video so that we can reach our 400 subscriber goal, because I do need you guys' assistance on that. And if you've done all those things, remember, smile, because we are helping the little sisters, right? Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!